When it comes to native ads, there are two ways to advertise. There is something which is called classic advertisement, and there is something which is called programmatic advertisement. In this video, we will clarify what is what and which one is the best option for you. Hi everyone, my name is Marcel Sattler. I'm the founder of nativeadvertising.net. We are a platform about native ads, and we are also an agency for nothing but native ads. And many people are asking me, because they read like programmatic advertising and this kind of things, like they're like, actually, what's programmatic advertising and how I can advertise programmatic? And the answer is real simple, because I'm pretty sure when you're in this programmatic or in the native advertising field, then you know platforms like Taboola and Outbrain. Those are DSPs. More or less, this is just a platform which is also buying placements from other sites. It's like a dealer in between. So because Taboola or Outbrain does not own the placements, they also just buy it and sell it to you for a higher price. And this is programmatic advertisement. So if you run on Taboola or Outbrain, you already do programmatic advertisement with native ads, because those platforms, the algorithm is deciding which option is the best for your product, for your service, for your campaign, for your ad. So this is done programmatically in the back end. You just say basically, this is my daily budget. I want to advertise in the USA, in Canada, in Mexico, whatever. These are my assets here. Go for it. And the rest is done by the platform like Taboola or Outbrain. So this is programmatic advertisement. On the opposite hand, you have the normal, regular native advertisement. This is when you go to a website or to a publisher, like for example Amazon, and you tell them, hey guys, I want to advertise on your website. Here the difference is, usually you don't pay like on a CPC base. So usually when you advertise with Taboola or Outbrain or any of the native advertising platforms, then you tell them a daily budget and this is the amount you pay. And then you pay by CPC or whatever. And on the other hand side, when you do classical native advertisement, you pay usually a CPM, a cost per meal. This is the amount of money you need to reach 1,000 people. And this is the amount you pay also to the platform here. And you see already, it's a very different way or method of advertisement, because usually you don't have something like a fancy dashboard or so. You just give the platform, or you sign first an agreement that the CPM is this and that, and you want to spend up to 3K per day with this CPM. So everything is more fixed and static, which is sometimes in your benefit, sometimes it's a disadvantage for you. It's a disadvantage when the prices are getting sometimes a bit crazy, and sometimes you just get a bit less for your money. But what I want to say here is the thing is way more static. You don't have a dashboard, you send them the creatives and they are going to upload it. And then you see in the report like what's going on in the background. At Taboola, Outbrain, MJD, whatever, you do have a dashboard. You can see the data almost in real time or with a delay of 1 day or so. And you can adjust it. You can adjust and turn off the ads. You can upload new ads, new creatives. You can see which publishers are working well. You can turn off, switch off some publishers. So there's a lot of dynamic change which can be made by you in the back end without needing a person. When it comes to like normal classic native advertising, that you are working or cooperating with a platform like NBC News, whatever, Business Insider, then it's way more static, as mentioned before, and way slower, because you usually send them an email until they respond. So it takes a while. And also it just usually makes sense when you have higher budgets. So we also sometimes do this when we see, for example, a placement is doing very well on Taboola or on Outbrain, then we sometimes reach out to the platform, to the website, to the publisher, and ask them, hey, how we can book a placement on your website. The benefit here is, on the scale it makes sense, because usually on a scale, like if you spend on this one placement 30-40 grand per day, it's cheaper. So that's one benefit. And the other benefit is you get sometimes better placements, because Taboola and Outbrain, like the DSP platforms, they do have usually the placement, the grid under the article. But if you reach out directly to a platform, you might get a better placement, more above or whatever. So you see already, there is not a better or not so good option. It just depends on your situation. In the beginning, always go with a DSP platform like Taboola or Outbrain. Never go with a direct cooperationship or direct partner with a direct publisher. Never go this way, because it's way too complicated. You will lose a lot of money. Also, the scaling is limited when you have a cooperation with a publisher by yourself, because you just can scale through this publisher. You're unable to scale through multiple publishers like you can do this with Taboola, Outbrain, MGID. And also from a financial perspective, it's way more transparent to use a platform like Taboola or Outbrain, because there you see the CPC and there you can just calculate it by yourself. You see the CPC is 14 cents, for example. You had 1,243 clicks, and then you just can do the math, and it's very easy to follow the money here, to follow and to understand how much they charge you. With the other platforms, when they charge you a CPM, then it's very hard to understand this and very hard to measure it too. So long story short, my recommendation here is, when you start, go with a platform like Taboola or Outbrain. Also ensure to go with the big platforms. Don't go with a small platform in the beginning like RefContent or MGID. Always go with the big platforms here. On a scale, when you see 1 or 2 placements are working extremely well for you, reach out to the publishers and ask them to book a slot directly with them. This is good when you want to scale and when money counts, as usually in performance marketing, because then you get usually cheaper prices, better placements. But still, keep using the DSP platforms for scaling and as a security backbone for you, in order to ensure that if something happens with the direct cooperation partner, that you always can scale also through platforms like Taboola and Outbrain. And also keep in mind that scaling on native is always through publishers. So you need the publishers to scale there. You don't have a platform like YouTube or like Meta with just one platform. You have a lot of different websites, and never underestimate the traffic of these websites. It's huge. You can spend easily with one big website 20, 30K, but you can also spend easily 40, 50K with one platform like Taboola. I hope you liked that video. If so, I would extremely appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel and activate the bell to receive an update when I upload a new video about native ads here on YouTube. Have a good one. See you next time.